So this past Wednesday, we had Snoop Dogg versus DMX Verzuz battle. A lot of fun. That, to me, that was probably the best battle thus far in the entire Verzuz series. At least top three, easily top three. I don't recall any technical issues that took place. Both were in good spirits. It was just a fun throwing all the bangers out. It was a good time, man. I actually had Snoop watching DMX. That was my prediction. And I gotta say, man, I love DMX. Let me make sure we're very clear on that. But Snoop that's a different type of. I mean, listen, man. There's not a whole lot of people that can compete with that catalog. Like, to me, you have to go Jay, Drake, Wayne. Yeah, you gotta go there to be able to compete with Snoop. But DMX held his own. He actually won a couple rounds that I didn't think he would actually sneak out, because I said the What They Want versus Beautiful. On paper, I had Beautiful win that round, but when it came through the speakers, it hit a little different. So fun night. But right now we about to watch a recap from Kevonstage on the Snoop versus DMX battle. My name is Jeff. Welcome to More Reactions. Let's get started.
Let me just be honest to you, Meg. I'm sorry. I know you don't know me, right? I play too much.
Yeah.
And when I saw that she was okay,
So
I gave her light jab. Light jab. The day of. Okay?
Between
then, later on, she was like, yo, I was hurt for real. And y'all laughing. And I was like, you're right, man.
Yeah.
Like, that isn't, like, on the internet, everything's funny. When you're black, we make fun of everything. Literally, I've made jokes about the police shooting me to my family and friends because I don't know no other way to cope with it.
Yeah.
Right? And when she wasn't hurt for real, that in my mind made me be like, oh, let me get you with a little jab. Even though mostly we made fun of Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
No.
Now, she said something that was so key. She was like, on the internet, this is just a story. This is just something for you to talk about.
Yeah.
But this was really traumatic for me.
Right.
This is my real life. Mm-hmm. And I had forgotten that, right? Because it's my job to make fun of people on the internet, but I don't want to make fun of someone who experienced literally gun violence.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? I wouldn't make fun of her if she got really hurt, but also, like, getting shot is really hurt, even if the injuries aren't not as severe as, like, you know, like a whole bunch of, as bad as it could be, I guess I'm trying to say. And then, what made matters worse is
I automatically went to Harlem Nights in that scene with in the
Drea made a joke.
She was like, shoot me. That's the type of love I want. Shoot me.
I'm not going to hit send on
what
this
happened, and then Cameron.
Gotta protect our women, man.
Oh, well, that
Cameron
was just over the line. He's not even funny.
Crowd,
that's the thing.
Gotta be more mindful.
And that made me be like, protect black women has a scope.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
It's amplify black women, you know, pay a black woman her worth, bring her on your show. That's protecting black women. It's protect Jennifer, stand with Jennifer, those black guys in New York who, you know, the racist people, you know, were, I don't know if you heard that story. Black women in Long Island, white people were trying to intimidate her.
Yeah.
So a black dude was like, I'm going to stand outside of your house from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Protecting black women. Now, the whole community came and support her, right? That's also protect black women. It's love and respect your wife. You know, treat her right, take care of your kids, your mom, things like that. And it's also, when a black woman is harmed for real, it's not to poke fun at something that's serious. And protecting black women has so many forms. Right. And I didn't protect. And I did not protect.
Listen. I don't want you to beat yourself up too bad.
I gotta take a couple.
I mean, you do what you gotta do. But I think, one, black people, we always joking, and we never know when to sometimes, like, is this too much? Is it? So we confused over here. Let's just call it what it is. But also, I think because there was so much information that was being withheld, I don't think we understood how severe it was.
Right.
Fair.
We really didn't. I know I didn't, because it was so,
really
like,
quiet,
kind of ambiguous. Like, we don't know who shot you. We just know that he's in jail.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a thing, like,
okay,
okay, well, maybe it's not too dark. But I mean, I'm glad she said something so that like people can halt and be like, oh, my bad, because I don't think other than maybe Cameron's statement, which just brought in a whole nother like piece of it that was not necessary.
You know, for those of you who don't know, Cameron, he retweeted someone and that person said Tory saw Meg's penis and shot her. I'm sure that's why he shot her.
Yeah.
And Cameron thought that was funny.
It wasn't. I hate when people who aren't funny try to be funny.
Yeah.
It really
funny enough,
irritates me.
he thought it was funny enough to post on the internet.
Yeah.
So anyway.
But I don't think anyone in their joking was trying to I guess make her feel as if her trauma did not exist. I don't think they knew it existed. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes that's exactly how we handle like situations that are like, you know, kind of going the wrong way. We handle it with comedy. That's what we've done. That's why there are so many great black comedians.
We're coping mechanisms, McGee.
Yeah.
It's the only way we could get through slavery to now in the current state of the world is through coping mechanisms.
Right.
A lot of times those are humor. I'm going to tell you right now, I be in therapy trying to crack some jokes to get the heat off.
Don't work at therapy.
Bombing, bro. Yeah. She is the worst audience member.
Right.
She'd be like, and tell me why you felt that was the time to make a joke. And I'd be like, okay, now I have to explain. It's not funny if you have to do that.
Never explain the joke.
I don't want to talk about this. That's why I'm making a joke. That's what I do when I don't want to talk about stuff.
Right.
And she just, and right now we're doing them on Zoom. So it's just like, did it come through clear?
Did you hear it or did
it
go out?
Oh, no, yes. I heard your attempt at a joke in a serious situation.
Right.
Tell me why. I'm like, oh.
No.
And you're in the dark in your garage.
I'm in the dark in the garage, like, bro, I'm having a terrible set.
Right, exactly. I'm bombing and I'm
like
dealing with pain.
Like, you know, your mom get in trouble. Like, now why'd you do that? You'd be like, I thought if I say I joke and you laugh, you might make me talk about childhood. I know now that's not I shouldn't do, but I want it to do it.
Right. I just said no. But yeah, I think like I said, because this has been something that I know has been a part of our community, to be able to handle all the things we go through on a regular basis, that sometimes we don't know where the line is. Yep. And that was the case that happened in this instance with Meg Thee Stallion. So while again, I'm glad she said something, because sometimes we will ride that horse into the ground until it's dead.
Yeah.
And if this is something that was truly traumatic to her that she's still working through, then all of it needs to come to a halt.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to pretend like this is not something that we've been doing as a coping mechanism. It's just something that has been so ingrained in our culture that it is sometimes hard to be like, hold up, wait. Especially if we don't have a good gauge of what the situation is.
100%.
I think that's because had we known, or if we thought that there was some real like domestic violence that had been happening, I don't think so many people would have been ready to come out the gate with what's the quickest joke we can come up with this.
And the other part is, when you're doing this job and you're trying to be having addressing situations in real time, a lot of times you address them with the information you have. So at the time we made our jokes, it was like, was it a gun accidentally went off and maybe she got hit with like a rock or something, maybe her foot, like because she's walking backwards and you don't see like a trail of blood, you're like, oh, she maybe wasn't harmed that much. And in her defense, she can be as private as she wants to be.
Absolutely.
But sometimes we fill in the stuff, there. So Meg, we love you.
Yeah, we're wrong. Everybody takes stuff differently, because people are like, so what, Angel? It's wrong. Listen, there's stuff that I go through that I'm here for the jokes. It's definitely a person-to-person basis. And she's the person that was affected, so she gets the right to say, this is the line.
Yes.
For other people, that's not the line for them. They might be like, that was so funny. Right. That's not what she feel like. So we're going to abide by that.
Yeah. And also, comedians, we feel like, I'm not like this, right? There's this, comedians can joke about everything and should never apologize. No. Here's the thing. No, because like some stuff you don't know isn't a joke until someone lets you know some stuff. Obviously, we probably shouldn't have made fun of Meg at all. Gun violence, like obviously shouldn't have made fun of that at all.
Right.
But there's a lot of instances where time shifts, and a lot of comedians are like, well, you can't make fun of anything anymore. No, but what really says, Angel actually said this the other day, it takes more creativity to be funny in times like these. It's not impossible. If you're not a great comedian, it's going to be hard for you to find the way. And the job of a comedian is to get right up to that line without crossing that. But sometimes you cross it and you say, okay, let me double back, and then you try again. You don't want to be so safe that you're just doing vanilla comedy that's not funny, but you don't want to just disrespect everybody.
Exactly. Because
that's a certain type of comedy, but it's not my thing. So we love you, Meg.
Love you.
Your request is heard. Moving on. DMX.
Yes.
Snoop Doggy Dogg. You talk about joy.
It was so beautiful, wasn't it?
Hey man, I love how
Snoop
was bigging
looked
up
like
X
one of my 5-year-old twins in
all
some
night
Super Smash Bros. Night clothes. He looked like he was in PJs, having a blast.
Absolutely.
It
More
was
importantly,
so
though, I
good
was
to
happy
watch.
to see X in good
Snoop
health, man.
Has changed so much from Murder Was the Case. Murder Was the Case. Snoop is never dead. Snoop dances freely.
He dances like my 5-year-old.
Documentary.
He was doing so much shoulder shimmying.
Come on, baby.
He was in the crib sweats.
He was in sweats that had Mario Brothers font.
I'm telling you.
Dancing his heart away. And when I was young, Snoop never smiled.
Never.
He was always... And Murder Was the Case? No laughing matter. It ain't Murder Was the Case.
Y'all gotta understand, man. A lot of youngins.
Like,
in 1993, 1994.
He was on trial for murder.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
He didn't smile for the first 14 years of his career. Lately, he wears a bonnet.
Yes.
He looks like your auntie.
He definitely Auntie Snoop that day. He was.
Does not gain an ounce.
He's so thin.
He is
His metabolism, that thing be tabulating. It's so fast.
Seriously,
It's
man.
so fast.
He actually snooping in the gym. I don't know about like lately.
He is.
But there was a little run where he was like, he was like a good 6-month run. He was posted.
He was the personification.
He was in there curling. I was like, all right,
I tried smoking the marijuana once, okay?
Oh, what you talking about?
I tried because I was like, I'm going to be grown and I'm going to try, and maybe it'll be like a stress reliever.
Snoop may be the greatest superstar
it was hell on
in the
earth,
history of rap.
But because there was a version of me that's the real me that's very
you could go anywhere
keep it together.
in the world.
And then there
Any corner in the world.
was basically Snoop Dogg in my head from Verzuz. There was like a version that was like, come on,
in another country, and she'll know exactly.
And the other me was like, calm down. He's like, and another one, come on. I was like, when I saw it, I was like, Marcus, that was what was happening in my head. Snoop was dancing in my head, and I couldn't get him under control. Yeah, that was like seeing him. I was like, I wish I could have let him run free, but the other angel was like, no.
You got Carefree Angel and Angel the Mom in your head, arguing over who gets to take the lead.
Yes.
Who won more?
The me watching it went to sleep.
There's 3 angels.
Because there was an angel watching this happen.
An actual angel.
Yeah, saying somebody's got to win this war or this is going to be terrible. And nobody would win. So I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to sleep before I go crazy. And I said, I'll never do it again. But yeah, it was Snoop in the pajamas, the PJs.
You gotta stay off the weed.
Listen, I'll never do it again.
Did I tell you the story about my son staying off the weed?
Your son was on the weed?
No.
Yeah, I was like, this is news to a lot of people here, Kev.
Oh my gosh.
So Stephen A. Smith says you got to stay off the weed, right? And there was a time in my life it was the funniest thing to me. So I was always repeating it. Stay off the weed. And then my kids,
I got a few marijuana
3 or 4 years ago.
So y'all do what y'all will
maybe
with
4
that
years
weed.
ago.
You feel me?
Got to stay off the weed, right? We would do it all the time. Take my kids to D.C. to the National Museum of African American History.
I can say that, right?
To see my exhibit. They don't care.
It's literally.
I messed up and told them we're going to see Doctor Strange tonight, but first we're going to see Daddy's exhibit. We get
Say
there.
what I
like,
said.
What time is
y'all
the
enjoy?
No, right.
I'm like, here's my exhibit. The movie, right? So while we're on our trip in D.C., I take my kids to the Arlington Cemetery because when I was a kid and we lived in Virginia, my dad took us and he these are the soldiers that died. It's very solemn. We walked around, and I was like, let me do what my dad did so kids know people died for their freedom, right? JoJo, we're walking in, obviously a cemetery, very quiet. Where all the parts have names, okay? He sees a headstone. He's behind me, okay? It is deathly quiet. You just hear like people's feet shuffling, okay? He sees a headstone where the person's last name is Weed.
Oh.
Okay. Angel, this boy says as loud as he can, you gotta stay off the weed. Joe, what are you doing? He was like,
I would have never stopped laughing.
This one is weed. He didn't stay. I was like, oh my God, we're not gonna make it to heaven. This man died in World War II, and my son reads his name and doesn't connect because they don't even know it's about weed. They don't even know why I'm saying it. They're just repeating. He's like, oh,
here we go.
Why are you upset? We've been doing this for months.
He's looking around for a high five. He's like, up top, huh?
Hey,
this guy gets it, huh?
Right.
This guy Weed, he for sure gets it.
Yeah.
I was like, Melissa, let's just we walked out.
Oh no.
I was just like, sorry.
I just would have been laughing, crying, tears.
Sorry guys, I'm so sorry. So sorry. That was the last time I've taken them to something solemn. I remember we were in me and Melissa. Kids don't need to go to stuff like that.
No.
Right? They don't appreciate it, is what I'll say. I remember me and Melissa went to the September 11th Museum Memorial in New York on one tour stop. And, a lot of people had their kids trying to be like, you should remember. But 6-year-olds just don't care.
No.
And I remember we're in one of the exhibits and people are like, be quiet, don't take pictures. And, this is a sad thing. This kid was like, oh, this is boring.
They're like, nah, this is not fun. I don't care what you say.
He was honest,
it's not
man.
fun looking at all these dead people. I'm not here for it.
It was the worst, man. I don't know how we got
out of here.
Oh, because your story about the weed.
About the weed. But yeah, Snoop and DMX,
it was
probably, might be my number one versus or it's number two. But
I think it's up there with Kirk and Fred for me now.
Oh, I don't have them on there.
You didn't like Kirk and Fred?
No, I didn't say I didn't like them. They weren't like in my number one spot.
Oh, of course. I mean, everybody's not saved the same level.
You're right. I smoked the weed, so obviously.
Oh, hold on. Are we live still? Oh, okay. I pressed the wrong button. DMX. People did not respect X.
No, that's
right.
Not
when
true.
this battle was announced, it was like Snoop don't kill him. X don't got 20 songs. I'm like, bro, I don't know if y'all remember.
He had bangers.
He had 2 number 1 albums in a year.
Yeah,
okay,
it was a great year.
I'm sure. But hey, Snoop has been making music for longer.
For a very long time. Yeah.
And all the ranges. He had, early stuff. He had Snoop Lion. He had gospel record. He had
the same.
Yeah, now if they go 40 songs, it's going to be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because Snoop was on a doggone Katy Perry thing. He literally was on everything, right? But for 20 songs.
No, don't say it.
It was great.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a
It was
battle
fun,
to me. It was
yeah,
more
Snoop,
of like, I love this music.
That's exactly what it was. Me and Marcus were literally dancing in our living room as if we were back in the time where we could actually use our knees very well. It was so much fun. It was also great. It wasn't just the music. These men, DMX had me cracking up. And I was like, this man got jokes.
He led off by taking us to church. That was the hardest prayer I have never
on earth praised like DMX. I feel like God be like, oh, hold up, this is X. This is just,
let's listen to what
right?
It's
Because I feel it's so we have pain, God, when we love you, and you love us too. What we go through, you don't let us go through.
I had prayer on my voicemail back in college.
I'm like, yes.
Yes.
You call my phone, you getting the word.
Let the Spirit use you.
And he looks like me now.
That body. He said, I ain't going to take off my shirt because y'all see my situation.
He was DMX Jalard. DM2X.
He looked like his own uncle. Like if he showed up as his own uncle.
I thought that was somebody else when you walked in the frame. I was like, who's this man?
Oh, sweet.
Is that
Mr. X?
Right. What happened?
Is that he?
Doc man, what happened?
It was And it was healthy way because DMX he had substance abuse issues. Yeah. He had a lot going on, and it was the first time in a long time he looked healthy. He was your uncle, like he was in the chair. I'm not getting up to
He was having a good time.
This month.
Why is that something that we always see as like when a drug addict puts on weight? We like, look at you, you look so good, you look so good. It's been a long time since I see you. Like, if we saw that belly, we were like, hey, man's clean today. It was good seeing him. I'm telling you, I
think it's better to see somebody who used to be on drugs be fat. Because it's like, you fat, you mean you ain't on that stuff.
You are not on that stuff.
Black people, when we lose too much weight, black people's first thing, you on that stuff.
You see what's going on.
You look sick.
Black
people, there's a certain amount of fatness we got to have you have.
Yes.
Because you're just thin, with no muscle.
Crack.
Hey, I don't know about that.
Something going on.
Let me lose 60 pounds. Let me come in here one day,
wide margin.
They're going to be like, Kev been on that cocaine.
Kev is
he been on that snorting that stuff.
Yeah.
Smoking that weed. I knew you went down to L.A. It was only a matter of time. He been smoking that junk. Everything with black people, every drug is that stuff.
Oh, yeah, because they don't know what it is.
You've been smoking that smoke. It's funny because it doesn't matter what smoke you've been smoking.
But you on that stuff.
Angel, you on last week.
You on that stuff.
Whenever you was doing that marijuana, you was smoking that stuff.
You was smoking that stuff. I had a minister at my church who used to say, crack cocaine every time. And I wanted to be like, is there a different version of crack that I don't know of? We pray against the demon of crack cocaine. Is there another one that I don't know of? Why does it need the first and last name? All the legals. But yeah, I mean, I loved it. It was just so good. What I told Marcus I was going to do this today. I feel like since they did comedy, we should do a freestyle today on the podcast, Ken.
Freestyle
rap.
Because they were freestyling?
No, because they did comedy. So we should do what they did. Kev, you got freestyle?
Cue it up. I didn't know this is a curveball.
I was like, listen, why not?
Why not, Angel?
Why not? It's the bonus episode.
It's the bonus episode.
Why not? But all right.
Find a beat.
To rap to.
Because I was like, I'm sure if Kev can't rap, he'll say he can because that's the type of audacity he has.
You're doggone right, Angel. You're doggone right. Let's me see how this beat drop feel like.
You do Shook One's part 2, man. Here we go. That's an easy go-to.
Hard rap instrumental. Sick rap trap beat. 2020. Are you going first?
No. You
want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first, boss.
Jesus.
Hey.
Here, I hope you enjoyed this bonus episode.
Look, no,
every week we do an extra episode of Here's the Thing live for our Patreons, and you can check that out.
It said, player bonus. You got put in on this.
You also support the show.
You got to put in on these raps.
Make sure she's compensated. Look at her putting her lip gloss on.
That's funny.
Finna rap. You know she finna go in.
So she about to go little mama. She getting the gloss ready.
Support other creators. Get 2 episodes a week. Hit us up. Kevonstage
getting the gloss ready.
You're missing out. It's a whole community over there. We got Discord. We got discount codes for comedy shows on merch.
Nah, I feel it though. Get your money
over there. Peace.
That's funny. Nah, but yeah, that DMX Snoop battle was yeah. Thank you. Like we needed that recess. That said, we do need to get back focused on the things we need done in society. So that being said, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. The current set of subscribers, share this video. Let's get this up. Let's see how quickly we can get to 100 subscribers. My Out the Mud gang. We out the mud with this. OTM. So, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Stay safe. Mask up. And I'll get y'all in the next video. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell because we're getting it going. All right. Love you. Peace out.